All right. So hello, everyone. I want to welcome you tonight to our webinar. My name is Teresa Crespo. I make my home here in Shakopee, Minnesota, in kind of the cold country right now. We're very excited to have you on this webinar tonight, and we're going to share some really incredible information with you. So the first thing I would do is I want to encourage you to grab a notebook and a pen to take some good notes. We're going to give you an overview. We're going to keep this short. It's probably going to take about 30 minutes, but we're going to give you some really amazing information. We do have some more detailed documents and videos that you can watch, but we're going to give you an overview here. I'm very excited to introduce to you our speakers tonight. The first speaker we are going to have that's going to share information, his name is Nikita Koloff. Nikita is an amazing businessman. If any of you have been around for a while in kind of the wrestling arena, I know he's made his original early life fame in the wrestling world, and I encourage him to share a little of that with us tonight. And but he's been a businessman his whole life. He's extremely successful in our profession of network marketing. We're going to share with you tonight an amazing product business. He's going to give you the overview. From there, I'm going to introduce to you my great business friend as well, Wesley Anderson. The two of them are going to kind of tag team tonight, share some great information. So I want to encourage you, again, get that notepad out and a pen, take some great notes. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Nikita. Nikita, take it away and share with us what you're so excited about this evening.
Well, thank you, Teresa, for that introduction. And I have been a businessman, not my entire life, but I have been an entrepreneur since the 6th grade when I got my first paper route. And so from that point on, I started my entrepreneurial journey. And so been pretty fun. Been great to be a part of World and the introduction to it just a few short weeks ago because one of the things that excited me when I was introduced was what we're going to talk about tonight for those who are on the call. And this is really, and this webinar is designed for those of you who are guests, just taking a look at what we're doing tonight and what we're all excited about. And so on that note, I'm not going to give you a lot of my background. I'm privileged and blessed to be one of the presenters along with Wes. But more important than us as presenters, which many of you may not even know who we are, is the message we're bringing. So we're just messengers, and we're going to bring you, I think, a pretty amazing message. So we're going to jump right into our first slide and just talk about it over the next few minutes. So as Teresa said, take copious notes. So if you'll take a look at the first slide, Bill Gates, everybody's pretty familiar with that name, Bill Gates. He's made a pretty big splash in the business world himself. And you see a quote here from him that says, the secret of success is in business is detecting where the world will go and get there first. Now, one of the best examples I could think of as far as somebody taking a hold of the market would be the tissue industry. You know, typically when you say you need a tissue, you don't say, hey, grab me a tissue. You say, hey, grab me a Kleenex, right? Well, you take a look at this next slide. It says experts on wearable technology. And what I want to point out on this slide is on your bottom left corner, if you'll look, it says 2013, an $8 million industry. And then 3 short years, that industry of wearable technology was forecast last year to finish around 111 million. Now I want to draw your attention to the center of the screen where it talks about the volume and value of this marketplace, specifically in 2020. And you see there where it says it's projected to be over $400 million. That's almost a quadruple increase from 2016. But more important, Forbes magazine, look down at the bottom, says wearable tech market to be worth a value worth $34 billion. So you want to talk about being in the right place at the right time, taking advantage of the right opportunity. I believe as a guest on this call tonight, on this webinar tonight, you'll find yourself there by the time we finish our presentation. Now I want to go real quick, 2 minutes to a video. Let's log into this video. And those of you who are listening should be able to hear it. Those of you who are on the webinar, on the Zoom, should be able to watch it. So let's go ahead and click the video, if you would there, Teresa. And let's watch this for the next 2 minutes.
Introducing Hilo, the world's first health and lifestyle device. The world's first health and lifestyle. Unlike any other wearable device on the planet, Hilo can monitor the most important measurements, including heart rate, blood pressure, breath rate, daily steps, calories burned.
Oh, sorry, technical challenge there for a second.
Can even perform an EKG. Hilo can also sense your mood if you're excited or even if you're fatigued. Paired with the latest smartphone application, you can now track the health and well-being of your loved ones. Imagine being able to monitor your aging parents even if you're thousands of miles away, or getting an alert if your spouse's blood pressure is too high. Hilo not only monitors your important measurements, but it produces a daily, weekly, and monthly health report that you can provide to your trainer or physician. In the near future, Hilo will be able to monitor blood sugar levels, alcohol levels in our blood, oxygen levels, temperature, and even keep disease-delivering mosquitoes away. But Hilo is more than the world's most advanced health monitoring device. Hilo can also alert you if your loved ones are in danger. Unfortunately, more and more women and children go missing each day, according to the FBI. With Hilo, a child walking home from school can now press the panic button twice, and his or her Hilo guardians can be sent an emergency alert via text, notifying their guardians that they need help. And what's amazing is that the guardians will get the exact GPS location of their loved one. Let's take a look at another. What if you're taking a walk around your neighborhood and you sense danger lurking? Having that peace of mind to simply alert your loved ones can be a lifesaver. Now that you've seen the power of this revolutionary product, I'm positive you're ready to order one for you and your family members. However, Hilo is not found in stores. Hilo can only be purchased online. So click on the Buy It Now link or fill out our form to get more information about the Hilo right now.
So, as you can see, what's up this business, and believe me, I've been around the industry of network marketing since 1993. I'm a big proponent of it. I've built traditional businesses, health clubs, and been vested and diversified in a lot of different business opportunities. But when it comes to network marketing specifically, this has been, I would say, probably the simplest. Now, it takes work. Don't misunderstand me as you're evaluating this tonight. It still takes work, but the simplest business I've ever done, because I'm used to driving around the country. I'm used to doing home events. I'm used to doing big hotel events, speaking on platforms, speaking in living rooms, in front of audiences, people tasting things, people smelling things, people rubbing things on their skin. And many of you on this webinar tonight can probably relate to that. But that 2-minute video you just saw is how we have launched our business over these last few weeks. And I'm privileged, I'm blessed to say, just in a few short weeks, I'm not even sure how many states my business organization has already expanded into, but I know I've expanded into 4 different countries just in the last few weeks from a 2-minute video. And so those of you evaluating this tonight, you're looking for something that is simple, but yet impacting and powerful, then you are in the right place. The most advanced wearable technology in the marketplace. You see the slide there says a game changer in healthcare. Here's what I like to say about the Hilo. It is, let's just say, it is Fitbit meets Star Trek. Now, any of you old enough on the call to remember Star Trek, you probably remember Bones, the Dr. McCoy, who would take his scanner and scan it over the individual laying down, and up would pop the vitals. Well, that's what our Hilo device does. You put it on your wrist, and it scans your vitals. You can set it from 30 minutes up to 2 hours. You can do a quick check on it. Pretty amazing device. Nothing like it in the marketplace. You saw in the video, you see a slide here real quick, just a refresher. It monitors blood pressure, heart rate, ECG, EKG, sleep quality, breath rate, emotions, fatigue, steps, calories, and the SOS feature. The SOS feature, which is one of the things that is really, you go to the next slide, is one of the things that is really exciting a lot of people. Monitor your loved ones remotely. And by the way, you can set how many people you like to monitor. There is a limit, but you can set on what you want them to monitor, how you want them to monitor you. Think about your aging loved ones. We saw from one of the slides there. Maybe you got an aging parent, or you got an aging grandparent, or you got a daughter on a college campus, or a daughter or child who likes to roam around the malls. What about being able to monitor them, monitor their health, monitor their location, and the peace of mind that brings? You can go to the next slide. And speaking of peace of mind, the panic button. Now, I'll tell you a real quick story. I got a good friend of mine. His name's Lex Luger, a wrestling buddy of mine. And I probably should have told him ahead of time, but I wanted to see how the panic feature worked. So I hit the panic button, and the next thing I know, lo and behold, he's blowing up my phone. He's like, dude, you okay? And I'm like, wow, what's up? He goes, I got this email. You can see you get an email. You can get a text message, and it sends you a Google Map location of where the person is when that panic button is hit. And so it sent him a detail down to the second of the time I hit the panic button and my GPS Google location. He goes, dude, I was going to call 911. I'm like, oh, okay, I probably should have told you ahead of time. However, peace of mind, right? Again, you got a loved one. Maybe they're living on their own and they don't have one of these devices. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, my mom, I remember my mom. Thank you, Teresa. I remember my mom several times before we eventually put her in an assisted living home when she was living on her own. She had fallen, and my sister, who went over to check on her, had no idea how long she was actually laying on the floor and had to call 911 a couple times. Man, if she had had a device like this, could have pushed that button 2 times, warned my sister, she could have been over there in a matter of a few minutes. Talk about peace of mind. We can go to the next slide. And who else uses this product? I just want to draw your attention to the top left screen real quick. The former Prime Minister of Thailand. Here's the catch. The catch is anybody and everybody can use this product, including the Minister of Thailand. There's nobody that could not use this product. And that's where the trends come in. The trend, the marketplace we were talking about earlier, the trends in the marketplace. You can see here, there's lots of uses for this product. Again, whether you're a doctor, how about you have a failing health? Quick story, got a buddy of mine, saw him at the beginning of December, looked like a picture of health, actually looked like one of the guys in this video, looked like the Prime Minister, looked like a picture of health. 2-3 weeks later, I got a call, it's actually a text message from his son to pray for him because he'd been rushed to the hospital. He went to the hospital, collapsed in front of the doors. Turns out they took an EKG, ripped his clothes off. He had 100% blockage in one artery, 80% in the other. And they said, if you'd got stopped in the car by the police, you wouldn't be here today. And I said, Tim, what if you had had this device on your wrist 6 months ago, a year ago, and you could have been monitoring your EKG? Man, you might have been able to prevent something from that, like that happening. We can go to the next slide. You see here, it says no comparison. There is no comparison. It's Fitbit meets Star Trek. It's apples and oranges, my friends. As you're evaluating this opportunity, it's apples and oranges. There's nothing like it in marketplace. I called one of my good friends, Niall, and I introduced him to this by a 2-minute video, and he was all excited. He goes, dude, I just spent $480 on an Apple Watch for my wife. What's an Apple Watch do? You can see from the graph here. It says heart rate, steps, calories, and distance. That's it on an Apple Watch. That's it. No heart rate, no blood pressure, no EKG. And then his son spent $500 on a Samsung. It does the same thing the Apple Watch does. Apples and oranges in comparison. So the future is bright. You see what you're seeing on this slide. It says the future is bright. Look at the company that's been put together. I want to draw your attention to the left side. World is our company. We connect people. World, that's our company, right? And then we partner with Quality. They manufacture the product. And one thing that got me excited, 2 things. World is a public company. You're going to see that in just a second. A public company traded on NASDAQ. But Toshiba, a household name, been around, I researched it, since 1875. So when you take the credibility of Toshiba, who, by the way, just featured the Hilo at one of the world's largest electronics fairs in Las Vegas, over 150,000 people descended on Las Vegas, and the Hilo was their #1 featured product in their booth. When you combine World publicly traded, Toshiba, been around since 1875, and quality, you have a company that indeed has a bright future. Let's talk about a little bit about the management. Let's talk about Fabio Galdi, the mastermind behind the Hilo, and many other great things coming in the future. A great story, bright future. I'm going to point you just real quick to 2002. Introduced one of the first touchscreen PCs in the market. Listen to what I just said. Fabio Galdi introduced one of the first touchscreen PCs in the market in 2002. 2005, developed one of the first successful VoIP platforms. The man is brilliant when it comes to technology. That's who's part of this company. Top recognition, I won't spend a lot of time here other than to say rated as AAA+ opportunity. Many awards in the last couple of years, many awards forthcoming in the next few years. There's where it's listed on the NASDAQ, WRMT. The stock has done well from the time it was unveiled, when the product was unveiled in Las Vegas by Toshiba. The stock has climbed as high as almost $25 a share. When I got introduced to the company, it was trading at around $4 a share. So if you're an investor, might be bright for you to do a little homework and even put a few dollars aside for some shares of stock. On the right track? I think so. 2015, $157 million. Now you see there it says 2018 $1 billion, 2020 $2 billion. Remember Forbes magazine, the value of this marketplace will be $34 billion by 2020. We don't want the whole market share. We just want our part of it. And so on that note, we're going to go to the next slide. You see countries. We're in tons and tons of countries. Singapore, we have offices in Singapore, India, China, headquartered in Miami. We ship, Teresa said on the opening of the call, the opening of the webinar, you see it says 195. It's well over 200. We can't keep track of how many countries. What's important is we're shipping to a lot of countries, and you can expand from your Easy Boy chair wherever you want to go. Global Master, oh, by the way, with a 2-minute video. Global Master Distributors, Nat and Chanita. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce their last name. They're amazing leadership. They're part of our organization. Go to the next slide. You'll see that they, in November 2016, they were from direct selling facts and figures and MLM News. They were number 14 in the world in income earners. That's part of our team leadership. Chad and Nikita, who are also part of our leadership out in LA. They also are helping us to build this business. They are amazing as well. And then just finally, let me just say this, how to choose the right business as you're evaluating tonight. My last minute or so with you before I turn this over to my good partner, Wes, to talk about compensation. We already talked about the company. You look at the company, and what you hear from the company is a company that has a bright future. You want to get more information, you can go on world.com and read out more about the company and those involved. Products, we got a cutting edge product that is on the verge of exploding in the marketplace. We already talked about trends and timing, and you are in the right time, I believe, to take advantage of a major trend. As far as team, Teresa, Wes, Chad, Nikita, John and Patty Worry, got some amazing people that are part of this team to help you with your success. Management, Fabio, we already talked about Fabio and the management team. You can see more of the management team on world.com. And last but not least, I'm going to tag off here in a minute to my tag team partner who's going to talk to us about the last key component to choosing the right business, and that is compensation, because you're evaluating this tonight. You're asking and saying, how can I make money? How do I get paid? And last but not least, I'm going to turn it over to a man who's been in this industry, walked away from corporate America 11 years ago at the age of 27, 38 years old, full-time in this industry, Wes Anderson out of Houston, Texas. Wes, take the compensation away, my friend. Tag, you're it.
Thanks, Nikita. I appreciate that, and outstanding job. It's so awesome. I love this profession. I love what we're doing here because I get to learn from other people, and I got to take some notes, and so absolutely fantastic. And guys, I'm going to talk about the comp plan, but understand this. If something seems a little too complicated, know that we've got videos and we can talk to you about it. So I'm going to move with it kind of fast because we wanted to keep this under 30 minutes. Just know that if you can play that 2-minute video that Nikita showed you and play a 7-minute video, you can make money here. That's what's cool. And for me, in my 11 years, I've never seen duplication as fast as we're seeing right now. This is by far the most lucrative compensation plan I've ever seen. So there's 3 steps that we talk about here. All right, we want to keep it really simple. The first step is to become a team member. All right, so you've seen the presentation, you've seen the Hilo, amazing features. You've decided it's for you. So you either pick a partner pack or an executive pack. A partner pack is gonna be 1 Hilo, and it's gonna run you about $320. The executive pack is more of an entrepreneur's pack, and that's gonna run you $1349. That's gonna give you 4 Hilos. It's also gonna give you a free Hilo. So it actually ends up running you about $250 per Hilo as opposed to $320. But you just pick a pack and you're in business, okay? Here's something else to know about this, okay? You can also earn 3 times as much money with that executive pack, all right? You're gonna earn 10% when you bring someone in at the partner pack and 10% at the executive pack, no matter what you're doing, okay? So you make $32 for every partner pack you sell, and you make $135 for every executive pack you sell. So very simple, pick a pack. Next slide, please. The second is you're gonna become a team builder. All right, guys, and we wanna keep this as simple as possible, like I said. So you came in, you're gonna enroll an executive on your left and an executive on your right. And what that does is that creates you to start earning 20% commission, okay? And that's what's called being a team builder, all right? Now, if you came in and you just brought a partner pack on each side, all right, you're gonna be earning 10% commission, so totally fine. But it's obviously a little bit more enjoyable to be earning 20%, okay? So the second step, become a team builder, you're going to be earning 20%. So next slide. The third is you want to become a team developer, all right? And like I said, I'm running through this fast, so Nikita, Joe, me, Richard, we can all walk through this with you, so don't get confused. But by becoming a team developer, all you're going to do is you're going to help each one of those executives that you enrolled bring in 2 executives themselves. Okay, so it's just a simple 2x2 model. So you're gonna, and all of a sudden then that opens everything up. And you only have to do this one time. It doesn't matter if these people requalify, and you're qualified for life. So you have it opens up a matching bonus 10% for 10 generations, which I'm gonna show you in just a minute. Millionaire pool, car bonus, luxury bonus, millionaire club, and you're set. So that's 1, 2, 3. I wanted to talk to you guys about that power of 2, okay? And people are like, how do I do it? Well, yeah, you want to enroll as many people as you can, but let's just think about it this way. Do you know 2 different people in your life that could enjoy the benefits of what Nikita talked about earlier? And everybody does. Okay, so let's just say in week 1, you enrolled 1 executive on your left and 1 on your right, okay? And no, we're just teaching that simple 2x2x2. You're going to help them enroll 2. So week 2, you've got 4 people, 2 on your left, 2 on your right. Week 3, 4 on your left, 4 on your right, okay? And even if you did this by month, think about it, you could be week or month. It's just keeping it simple, all right? By the end of week 12, if everyone just did that one, the basic pack I talked about, buying 1, you'd have made $122,850, okay? If everybody came in at the executive pack, you're talking about $409,500. And the loyalty membership that I'm going to talk to you about is $59. That's what it costs to run your business here, but it's $24,570 a month. So think about this, the power of 2. I'm not saying go out and roll 100. If you can, great. We're going to help you do that. But do you know 2 different people? And and everybody can do that. Nobody's overwhelmed by that would love the benefits of the Hilo, okay? So look at that. That's pretty cool. Another part of our compensation plan, this is an extra bonus. So this is in addition to everything that I've just talked about, is the ranks and is the check match bonus, okay? So let's say that you hit silver, you hit gold, you hit platinum. These are pretty easy to get to, all right? Diamond's actually pretty easy to get to if you get to work. So let's just say you're doing okay, right? And you enroll Nikita, okay? And your first generation. Nikita goes and he says, you know what, love you. You're a good friend, but I'm going to take off with this. I'm going to run faster than you. So all of a sudden, Nikita's earning $10,000 a month, okay? So because you personally enrolled Nikita, you're going to earn $1,000 in addition, okay? Now, let's see, as you go up, look how much further it goes down. Let's say you get up here to president, okay? You're going to earn 10,000, or you're going to earn that 1,000 off Nikita right there, right? And anybody else you personally enroll. Now, let's say Nikita is doing what he's doing right now and he enrolls 100 people, okay, over the next 6 months. You're going to earn 5% off of that 100 people, plus 10% of whatever he does. Those 100 people each enroll 3 or 4 people. That means you have 300 or 400 people on your third generation you're earning 5% off of. And I know this is kind of confusing, but this is where the huge money is long term, all right? And you just enrolled Nikita, and he did all that. And he's making great money, but you're getting a little piece as well. So that check matching bonus, if you get that, if you understand it, you won't sleep tonight. Absolutely insane. Next slide, please. So the loyalty membership, people go, okay, well, what does it cost monthly to do this? And if you've done network marketing before, if you haven't, just bear with me for 1 second. You normally have, you got to buy a certain amount of products each month, all right? Normally between $100 to $300. And then you have to worry about shipping and taxes and all of that, right? Okay, and especially if you've ever built internationally. I'm not going to go into too much details, but it can cost people double the price if they're building internationally because of shipping. Right here, it is $59 a month to run your business, okay? So not only are you going to make that back in tax write-offs because, you know, part of your mortgage, your office, your mileage, your meals becomes a write-off. That's going to make that back, all right? $59 to run your business a month. But that's also going to earn you commissions and keep sales volume. It's going to earn you an extra 1% team volume commission in your loyalty box at the end of the year. I know that doesn't make sense, but it'll more than pay for what you're talking about here. It's also going to get you the Hilo App Pro times 5. So 5 different devices, all right, where you can monitor. You get that SOS function. You get the We Care system that you saw Nikita talk about. And it's going to get you a free Hilo annually, okay, up to 2 actually. So if you damage your Hilo and you can show them that, and you can send it back, and they're going to give that to you for free, okay? The protection plan is that's what I just talked about. It's going to get you space seat, 1,000 seat webinar, 512 cloud storage, So total value over $1,328, okay? Your cost for $59 over 12 months is $708. Another really cool thing is we also pay a fast start commission every month for this. So you have 10 people that are enjoying all these benefits. You're going to make $60, $6 per every single, $6 per membership every single month. No other company does anything like that. So think about this. You come in at the executive level, and it costs you $59 to run an international business, of which you get all these bonuses too, okay? So pretty cool. Next slide. Revolutionary company. This is why I love this. This is why we're just dominating right now. It's simple and lucrative. If you can play a 2-minute video and maybe throw someone on a webinar, you can make money here, okay? Open in 195 countries. I almost wanted to do that part of the compensation or the presentation for Nikita because I love international business, especially with Facebook and friends traveling all over the world the way that happens now. If you can send someone a 2-minute video, I know Nikita did that the other day, and now he has a business thriving in the Philippines, okay? I sent a buddy last night in Mexico. Now we got business in Mexico. Just watching the 2-minute video, all right? And we're growing, okay? No joining fee. That's huge. No requalifications needed for team volume commission. I told you once you have a team builder on your left and team builder on your right, you're set, okay? No chargebacks. That's huge. And no monthly shipping charges. If you're new to the profession, that's okay. But trust me, it's so amazing. Lifestyle. I don't want to go into this too long, but we've got a really cool supercar bonus. Okay, Nikita and Chad, they just won a green Ferrari, all right? And they'd never won anything like that before. So just kind of neat. You can see some of the different leaders. They're in our upline. That's Nikita and Chad. These are the guys that I've worked with previously and been good friends. And you know what? They're really awesome people. And they work really hard, but I just talked to Chad earlier today, and I can't show you the picture or anything. And I know that it's more important to earn $300 or $500 a month. I know that's realistic, right? They made $300,000 in the last 2 weeks, all right? And they're like, Wes, we just got the video up, and it just started duplicating. And we're at the very beginning, guys. That's what's so exciting for me. I think that in 6 to 9 months, it's just going to be, who knows what's going to happen. This is already starting to go viral. So you can just see some of the other success stories, but notice the U.S. is virtually still untapped, okay? So right now you're talking about basically a ground floor opportunity in the monster technology industry, okay? So you can move to the next. recap. Want to keep it really simple. Want to make sure I stay on time. No competitors right now in the MLM space. No joining fee. No requalifications. No chargeback on monthlies. No shipping charges. All right, category creator. We're in more than 195 countries. Wherever you can think of someone, we're most likely there. 21% binary. You can earn up to $600,000 weekly maximum. Check match 10 generations. I promise you in the future, you'll love that. Diamond trips, these free trips that are fun. We're a publicly listed company. Nikita did an outstanding job talking to you guys about that. And the retention rate is absolutely phenomenal. So if you got this, if you get this, so you want to run with us, get your questions answered, because now positioning is key. And I want to tell you a little bit of a story about that. My first company that I did incredibly well with, I got messed up because of positioning, okay? Now, like I said, if this isn't for you, then great. Don't do it. I don't want someone to do something they don't want to. But if it is, get your questions answered and get started. Because what can happen is you see this now right there, okay? Now, later, look what happens. When my buddy called me up, okay, he said, are you going to do this? And I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, let's get you locked in. Positioning is key. I was like, yeah, whatever. Give me a few days. He's like, you really need to understand that you could lose out on a lot of volume. It took me 2 weeks to call him back. I ended up being the guy on the right where it says you in the later. Okay, the guy in the green that you can see, all right, he just was one person above me. All right, he went on to crush what we were doing. And I lost out on over $200,000 in cold hard cash because I waited, all right? Now, does that happen every day? No, but I promise you it happened to me. So if you are checking this out, we're doing webinars almost nightly right now. That 2-minute video is going around like crazy. All right, we are absolutely crushing it right now. Get your questions answered and get back with the person who asked you to jump on here. Get your questions answered and get started. What I will close with is that tomorrow night, you heard us talk about Mr. Joe Velez. He's going to be doing the presentation in Spanish. He does a fantastic job at the same time on the same channel here, okay? So if you have any Latino-speaking friends, all right, get them the present, or get them the 2-minute video and get them on here and let Joe make you some money. And then be back Thursday. We'll be back, Wednesday? Okay. And then we'll put the schedule out. We're happy to do 3-way calls. And with that, I'm actually going to turn this back over to Teresa because she's absolutely fantastic. If you've gotten started with her, she's there for everybody. She works her butt off. Just so you know the kind of line of support we have, we're having so much fun. And I'll tell you what, right now, if you get to work, you will not be sorry. So with that being said, Nikita, thank you so much. Teresa, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Wesley. And thank you, Nikita. You guys did just an amazing job tonight, just sharing this opportunity with everyone. You know, we are so blessed to have found this opportunity so early on. You know, I've been around this profession since I was 18 years old. Not going to tell you how old I am now. But I do know that I have never seen this in my lifetime. And I've been around it, and I have made it my profession to really understand network marketing. So with that, I would encourage you, please get back to the person right away who told you about this tonight. Go out and tell others about it. Keep it simple. Trust me, we are here to help you. Because as you look at the compensation plan, the way you make money is by others making money. So it's on people's success, not their suffering. So I want you to go out there and think of the people that you love the most, that you want to lock arms with, that you want to say, hey, let's go make some money. Let's go have some fun. Let's be world changers. So tomorrow night, even if you don't speak Spanish, get your friends on and you get on, because even though that Joe speaks in Spanish the whole time, I sit and watch it. It's so exciting. And you know what? You know, he doesn't even have to say one word in English, and I already know just listening to him that I'm joining whatever he's doing. So support the team. Get on tomorrow night with all of us. And with that, thank you all. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow night, and join us here at World. Thanks. Bye, everyone. I think I'm gonna unmute. There we go. Goodbye, everyone. Come on.